Hello friends, Music Man from his man cave, and just want to share with you, my wife and I were discussing something last night and I was shocked at what we were discussing. We were discussing paying off our very last debt, and I wanted to share with you what has happened and how it all happened and how we got here. So, coming at you. Stupid with money. And if I can do it, you can do it. See ya in just a second. Hello friends, Music Man from his man cave. When I started this channel, now a few years ago, I shared with you that I had done everything wrong you can possibly imagine. I maxed out credit cards, then I consolidated credit cards into loans, and just one thing after another. I was just digging myself deeper and deeper. I had car payments. I got rid of cars that were perfectly good transportation for more cars, and on and on. You name it, I did it. It was bad. I was in a bad place. When I started at this 4 years ago, I think we were $60,000, $70,000 in credit card debt. And that is the truth. We had a mortgage. We hadn't really, no bank would give us any loans, believe it or not. We go and ask for a loan. We did consolidate back with Bank of America when we first realized that we had trouble with credit cards way back in the 90s. And all we did was just maxed out that loan. It was some kind of thing where you could spend more on that loan, and it was bad. And we actually went negative in our checking account, and we had a credit line in our checking account, and that was really bad because we maxed that out. Yeah, I did everything you can possibly imagine that was stupid. So now my wife and I, in April of this year, we're going to pay our last payment on our house. And we're going to be done. We're not going to have any debt. Credit cards are all paid off. Everything's paid off. We now are putting more money into her 401k. I am a school teacher and also a minister, so they're taking a certain amount out of my check, whether I like it or not. I think it's like 8.5% they take out of my check and put it into a pension. And so I have no choice about that. Thank God that they did that for me. So much for socialism not working. I guess sometimes socialism does work. I think for me a pension was better than a 401k. I'd have never saved anything. If I possibly could have gotten my hands on that money, I would have. And I would have cashed it in and spent it. And still been in credit card debt. So what changed? What are some things that I did? And how did I get out of this mess? Well, first of all, my faith, drawing closer to the Lord. I had to really, really rely on Him, to depend on Him instead of credit cards. Also, family. I had some family that gave us some money, and only toward our house. And I know that they're very modest, and they wouldn't want me to say who they were, but it really gave us a boost. And now we're done with the house. And that's a beautiful thing to be done. What does it feel like? It feels like the weight of the world is lifted off your shoulders. Why? Because my boss could walk up to me tomorrow and say, "Ted, I'm sorry, but we're cutting the entire music program in the school." And I wouldn't be afraid, because I only owe the necessities of life. I only owe lights and food, and I don't have a car payment. And another thing is the blessing of my uncle. He's allowed me to use his old truck. That's 1986 Toyota pickup, and it's a great little truck. It gets you from point A to point B. It beats you up a little bit. It's not luxurious. It just has a straight axle, but it does real well. So there were some hard choices I had to make, and the Lord had to help me with this. Number one is I had to stop using credit cards and get rid of them. I couldn't handle credit cards. There are some people that say that they can. I can't. Okay? There's some people that say that they can push the plate away, at the dinner table. Well, I can't. It's like dieting. Credit cards for me was like funny money, and it got me into a lot of trouble. $60,000, $70,000 of credit card debt. And my wife and I, now 3, 4 years ago, when we decided to just go, we've been this longer than that, but we've been going after these credit cards with like gangbusters. And once we made that decision and just started hitting them hard, that really made a huge, I can't believe how quickly we destroyed them and got rid of them. It's just amazing. And I think that also God had something to do with that as well, because it just is unbelievable how quickly the income tax returns were thrown at it, extra bonuses and things were thrown at it. And do I feel deprived? Do I feel like I'm doing without anything? Absolutely not. The other thing is allowing other people to bless you, not being prideful, and allowing other people to be a blessing to you. That is key to being financially successful, is then taking that money and using it wisely, and using it for upcoming things that you're going to need to take care of, instead of just letting the money burn a hole right through your pocket. So we bought our house contract for deed from my uncle and my aunt when they come and visit us. And when they come back in April, we're going to sit down with them and we're done. It's all over. No more debt, no more owing anybody anything. And I will tell you that it's the most wonderful feeling in the world. Also, I haven't had any car payments, but I did put a car on a credit card. Yeah, I put a car on a credit card. So I'll probably pay twice for that car, what it was worth. We bought the car for like, I think $4,000 or $5,000, so I probably paid $10,000 for it. Also, what happened is my wife and I both got a college education, and we have decent jobs, and we both make, but both of us make the median income, you know, and so it there you go. That also helps a lot, is making sure that you are strategic and get a good job so that you can really go after this stuff. So education helped us a lot in this case. So anyway, I just want to share with you the good news. This is what's happened, and it's taken me, and since I started this channel, this channel's really helped me, because it affirms to me just as much as hopefully it helps you. So the thing is you can do it. If you're $70,000 in credit card debt and you're only making $50,000 a year, you can get out of it. You can do it. It just takes grit, determination. It takes swallowing your pride. It takes driving an older vehicle for a while. Right now I'm just going to keep driving this truck and be saving toward the next truck. But don't think that I'm rich or anything, because I'm not yet. I mean, I've got to pay for college for my other daughter, so that my checks are going to be going to whatever college she attends. But I just thank the Lord that I have the money, where before she would have just had to take out loans. So yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. We still got another girl to put through college. And anyway, I just praise the Lord for His goodness, for His blessings, for what He's done for us. I may not act all exuberant and everything, because when you do this and pull off what my wife and I have pulled off, it's just like losing weight. You still look in the mirror and you think, did I really lose that much weight? But the answer is yeah, we did. It's just like a diet. And our finances and our financial house is now getting in order, and it is great. It is great. Will it fix your marriage? No. My wife and I, we still have our disagreements, and we have our fights, and we, are still working at our marriage, But it does make life a whole much better when you realize that you aren't in fear all the time, and you're not like that hamster on the wheel running, and what if this happens? What if that happens? Are we going to be able to make it? We live in a modest home. I'll keep it. I'm not going to go up to a bigger house. My daughters now are going to college. I'm not believing the Norman Rockwell dream that everybody's going to come and be in my house at Christmas. That could happen. It might not happen. Anyway, I just want to share with you guys the good news. It's not really for me to brag about. It's to tell you that it can be done. If it can be done by me, it can be done by anybody, because I am a big-time spender. I like electronic gadgets. I like TVs. I like cars, and but and my wife has the things that she likes, but I won't talk about her shortcomings here. Anyway, love you guys. Those of you that have watched this, I implore you, go back and go through my channel and listen to the advice that I give you, because it works. I did take some advice from Dave Ramsey, but I warn you, now you got to be careful. Once you have paid off your things, it's not about accumulating wealth. It's about provision. It's about making sure you're intelligent. My wife and I we've upped our giving to missionaries, to missions, not to the church. They have only asked for 10%. They get 10%, but to missionaries, and also I like giving to a group called the Gideons, and I'd like to up that over the years to give more, so the more of the Bibles get into people's hands. Anyway, God bless you. Exciting news. I am happy. I may not look very happy, but it's almost like disbelief when you look and one day you stand on the scale and go, I weighed 400 pounds and I only weigh 180 pounds. Wow, it happened. Now, I won't make the mistake of putting the weight back on. I won't make a mistake. I'm never using a credit card again. Never. Credit cards to me, no credit cards. I'll never have another car payment. If I buy a car, I'll buy it with cash. I'm going to start saving $500 a month toward replacing the truck. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.